welcome back, welcome to a brand new video. So in today's vlog, if you guys can't tell, we're gonna do a mixture of a vlog slash book content in one. So I haven't really been doing many vlogs or updated you guys on like my reading journal, so I thought I would do a doing book stuff video, and I thought it would be really fun to do because it's like a vlog but a book version of it, which is really fun. So in this video we're going to be doing some mood reading, we're going to be doing my reading journal, we're going to be doing, I've got a little book haul for you guys, some book shopping. What else do we have in this video? We're going to be constructing like my autumn slash like next few months kind of TBR, especially fantasy reads, and we're just gonna have a fun little time together just to chat, to catch up, and I thought it'd be like fun to do it like this. I will be coming out with like a normal just like vlog because I do miss doing them. I don't think I've done one for a few weeks now because I've just been trying to get a lot of content done for the next like month or so as I go back to work. But I'm really excited for today's video to do some book stuff together. So today is actually the last day in August, which is perfect for me to do my reading wrap up and to do my reading journal. So I'm doing my reading wrap up. That should actually be out by the time and this video is out. And yeah, go and watch my wrap up if you guys want to see in detail all the books that I read in the month of August. Let's get started. We're going to stop rambling. I did do some book shopping about a week, 2 weeks ago, and I've got footage from that. So when you guys kind of see like a move on, it might be a bit weird. So like it'll be like past Amy and future Amy. It was just when I happened to film it, and then I'm going to give you guys like a book haul of the stuff that I got and some other books that I've purchased, and then we're going to do some mood reading. Currently I'm in the middle of reading Beach Read. So I have a vlog that will be coming out in maybe a week or two after this video, and I hadn't finished it, so I'm going to complete it hopefully in this video. And yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to do my reading journal first because that's the first thing I want to do today, and then I will pass it over to past Amy, who will do a book shopping with you guys, and then we're going to come back to me and then we do a book haul. I also want to come back and organise my bookshelves. I want to, not my bookshelves, I mean my TBR cart, because my TBR cart is like my bookshelves even at the moment is a mess because I've had so many new reads and it's filling up a lot more now, so I need to get that done, but that'll be another video. But I want to do my book cart together. We're going to do some more mood reading if we have time. I'm going to start straight in, get in there. So first up, this is my reading journal spread for August. So I kept it simple. I just did some like sea thing with like that, and then I just did an August reads just because my TBR was the exact same for the months beforehand. And I also built another series checker, and then if you go here, this was my July spread. So these are all the books that I read in the month of July, and then this was the spread I think in my last video where I did my weekend vlog where I had done this spread. So now we're going to be doing September. I have quite a few like inspirations for September that I got on Pinterest, so let me show you guys them quickly. So we have like this one, which is like leaves and stuff like that. And I think I'm going to do more of like a Halloweeny like pumpkin one in October because obviously that's spooky season. But that seems like a good idea for September. Or we have this one, which is kind of the same thing but just more detailed. And then, or even something like that, a bit fairy like. And yeah, those are the ideas that I have for September, but we're going to be doing first up my August reads. And I only did one page for the August reads because obviously I didn't have the TBR page that I usually have. So we have quite a lot of books. I think I have about 15 books, 14 to 15 books, which is the most I've actually read all year round. And after my book slump, like, I'm so happy to hear that I read that many books. Like I didn't realise that I did because I was just enjoying these books. So those are the books that I've read. We're going to fill out my August reads, and then we're going to go and do my September spread, just get it all done, and then we're going to fill out all the other stuff that I need to do. I'm excited to just like get August done and start a fresh spread for September. That's like my favourite thing of doing my reading journal, and it's just so fun to do my reading journal. I feel like it's a time of the month that I can just sit there and like put an audiobook on if I want to and just chill, not necessarily being on my phone but doing something creative. And yeah, it's just so fun. So let's get to it and let's start doing my reading journal. So guys, I am back. I have finished my book journal and I wanted to show you guys, I've currently as well, obviously I've been listening to the audiobook of Beach Read and I'm on chapter 16 now. So I've read about 5 chapters because I started on chapter 11 and I don't really know what else to say about the book. Like, I've actually been paying attention to it and I definitely prefer it more now listening to the audiobook, but it's nothing special to me. I think we have like 10 chapters left, maybe a little bit more than that, and we're officially halfway through. But right now I wouldn't say this book is giving me anything special. I think I actually prefer Book Lovers a lot more than this one. I'm just not feeling it. The female main character, I'm not gonna lie, I'm finding her a bit annoying. Gus, I really like his character. I think he's really refreshing, but there's some parts of her that's like really annoying. I don't know why. But yeah, that's all that's left to say on that note about Beach Read at the moment. Just to show you guys my reading journal. You haven't seen my reading journal before. This is my reading journal. So I have a journal. It's one of the Luncheon from 1917 ones, and at the beginning we have obviously my rating system, we have my welcome to my reading journal, and let's just say my reading journal got better as the months progressed. And then my target is 100 books, and then at the end of each month I put my favourite book from each of that month. So obviously August was before I let go that I mentioned, and then 24 books I want to read. I did not fill that one out because there was literally nothing for me to fill out. And then my non-fiction TBR, I've actually done awful when it comes to non-fiction. I haven't read one non-fiction book at all, and I had a whole list, so that's fun. And then we have my little library thing. It's coming really well now. Like, I'm obsessed with it. It's so colourful. So like my reading goal. See, my reading goal is 100 books. I've read 79 books this year, and I'm doing really well. Look, I'm actually proud of myself. I'm actually 13 books ahead of schedule for my reading goal. So that is it. If you want to follow my Goodreads, you know, you're more than welcome. And yeah, I feel like I'm actually just gonna fill in this and then everything as well. And then we have my series tracker. I didn't fill much out either for this, but I'm gonna create a new one because there's some series that I'm starting again. Most of the series on here I've basically nearly completed. But let's go to my August spread. So this is my August spread, as you guys saw earlier on. We did my August reads. I just put every book down and then I did my rating, but we didn't have some space at the bottom, and I had 3 books left, but they're all part of a series. So what I did is I created this. I think it's very creative of me, but the first book in the series is there, and then when you open it, the second one, and then the third one, and then it's still a little contraption like that. Then we go on to my September one. So this one I kind of just like did anything and everything. So we have September, I did Hello September, and then we have some like leaves. I tried my best at drawing leaves. We had a moon, a mug, some books, and yeah, I just kind of winged it, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm happy with it. So it's done for now, but that is really it for everything in my reading journal to do. But right now it's actually nearly 6 o'clock right now, and I was going to organise my little TBR cart, which is right there, but I think I will save that for tomorrow, because this evening I want to do some mood reading, and then I'm going to pass it on to Past Amy, where we're going to do some book shopping, and then tomorrow I will show you guys everything I bought in that video and books I bought since then, and then we're going to organise my TBR cart. But yeah, that's it for now, guys. I've got nothing else to really feed back. For now, I'm gonna make myself some dinner, and then we're gonna come and do some mood reading. So I'll see you guys then, where we're gonna be all cozy, and you guys get to see my new lamps. I bought new lamps and they're stunning, and yeah, it's just so cozy. They're getting me in the mood for like cozy season, and I'm just obsessed with them. But I'm gonna stop yapping now, so I'll see you guys in a bit, my loves. Hi my loves, so it is the evening time. It's actually around 8:30 now. I've had my dinner, I've done everything I needed to do, and now it is time to sit back and just mood read, and I'm so excited just to sit down. I've actually been listening to the audiobook of Beach Read whilst I was cooking and eating as well, and I don't actually have that long left of the book. I think last time I spoke to you guys I was on chapter 16. I'm now on chapter 21, so I have about 7 chapters left. I just started chapter 21 on my audiobook, so I thought it would be a perfect time to now start reading the book because you don't actually have that long left. I think there's only like 28 chapters in the story, so my plan for this evening is just to chill. I do have a bit of a headache, so I'm not putting any music on or anything like that. I'm literally just gonna have the audiobook and my normal book because I just need something a bit quieter. And yeah, just chill, have some girls' night. I might even put a fireplace sound because I don't think that's too loud on my projector. But we're just going to chill and finish off Beach Read, and the audiobooks definitely helped me become more invested in the book. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really like the female main character, January. I don't know, she just seems very irritating to me. But Gus, he's an angel. Like, I'm actually only reading this book really now because of him, but I can feel the chemistry between the two characters. I think audiobook definitely helped me, so if you're a person that's really struggling with a book, I definitely recommend listening to the audiobook alongside, or just like reading and listening to some of that, because at the beginning I used to be so scared. Like, the reason why I was put off listening to audiobooks is because I used to think like if I'm doing something else and then listening to it, I'm not gonna understand at all what's going on in the book, because I used to see people like listening to audiobooks but they're like cleaning or they're working, and I'm like, how on earth are they doing that? I could not do that. But the more I've been listening to it, it's like helped me. Like, I was cooking and everything, I was even editing something, and the audiobook, like, I actually understand the story now a lot more, and it just helps to visualize it a little bit more, because yeah, this book at times can be hard to kind of read. I think as well because it's not dual perspective, it's only her perspective, but when he says something in the audiobook you kind of hear it in the voice, and just hearing like someone else speak it and like the different voices and that also helps to bring the characters alive, which also helps with the storyline. But yeah, I'm enjoying it a little bit more than I initially was. Stop rambling, because I feel like I'm just like rambling now, I'm procrastinating. And let's get to it and let's do some mood reading. Update time. So I am on chapter 24 of Beach Read, and I thought I would just give you guys a little bit of an update. I've only done a few more chapters, but in terms of these characters, I don't really know how to speak about like January. So she has a lot of daddy issues. There's a renovation, and she's trying to deal with that, and she's at this lakeside house, and she doesn't know really how to deal with being in a place that her dad was, and her dad basically died, and there's a massive thing that comes out about her dad, and she's basically struggling with that. So she moves to this town, or she stays in this town, and she bumps into Gus, of course, and they've gone to college together. They've always been like rivals and stuff like that, but they've always had some type of like hidden thing. I think they had like a little mini one night stand when they were in college, and I'm really enjoying their interactions with each other, but I just don't like January. There's something about her. I find her, as I was saying, very annoying. Gus, I absolutely adore him. I want to know a little bit more about him because he is still a little bit mysterious. What I'm loving about this book again is how Emily Henry writes. The way she writes stuff, I'm obsessed with it. However, it is long. Like, I don't like long chapters, and these chapters are so long to get through. That is why I'm taking so long. It is not a fast-paced book. Do not go for this book thinking that it's fast-paced. Like, I wouldn't recommend reading it if you're in a book slump, in my opinion, but it's not bad at all. Like, I'm really enjoying the atmosphere, them trying these different things where she's teaching him how to like write a romance novel, so she's taken him to all these different places and like line dancing and that, and then obviously he's taken her to do what he does. I can't remember exactly what he does because I can't remember what he does. I think he writes like mystery or something like that, or like non-fiction books. I think he might write non-fiction books. That bit I kind of just skim over, but I am getting the reason why people love this book and like this book, but I don't think it's going to be my favourite by Emily Henry, I can't lie. After the next few clips of me finishing this book, we're going to be going to Past Amy, who's going to be doing the book shopping portion of today's video. So I'll see you guys then. Or shall I say, I'll see you guys after all of that tomorrow. That's the last time we're going to speak. But yeah, enjoy the rest of me mood reading this book, and enjoy the book shopping version of this video, and enjoy the book shopping portion of this video. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Past Amy here. So obviously, as future Amy said, I'm now going to go and do some book shopping today. We're going to head off to the Waterstones Piccadilly, which I'm so excited for. I don't know what books I'm going to get yet. I don't really have anything on my agenda because I'm planning to do a proper book shop in October to get some like fantasy reads and my books for like fall and winter time. So obviously stay tuned for that. But in this video, we're just going to be doing some browsing to see if there's any new releases that have come out or any books that I fancy getting that day. I don't know. I'm in a mood to get a fantasy. I'm not sure yet, but obviously because I'm getting loads of fantasy in October, I'm gonna see. It might just be a browsing sesh, but I don't mind. We might do some reading when we're there as well, which I'm really excited for because I just love reading in a bookshop, especially like a big bookshop where you're just surrounded by books. Obviously I'm surrounded by books in my bedroom, but also I just love having books and like being outdoors. But yeah, I'm just so excited. Let's head off and let's go to Waterstones to do some book shopping. Trying to look for a book. They're all expensive as always. I don't know what books. What should I get? Has anyone read this? Is it good? Because I've heard people talk about it a lot. Good contender. These hardbacks are so cute. Look how cute that cover is. National Deception. A baby. What else is there? Has anyone read this? Is this good? I know it's another of her popular releases. loves, so today is the next day. I hope you guys enjoyed the little bookshop portion of the video, but it is now the present tense. It is future Amy, and now it is time to talk about Beach Read. So just before I did my book shopping, I had been reading Beach Read and I completed it, and I want to talk a little bit about this book. So I started off this book not really feeling it, and even like halfway through the book I just wasn't feeling the plotline. It was just very slow, not necessarily the couple and the romance, but the actual plot was just very slow. It's just about two obviously writers that have like writer's block and stuff like that, and they're basically switching. So what they do is decide to switch genres, and she writes what he does, and then he writes what she does, and along the way like they fall in love and stuff like that. But it's a lot deeper than that, because there's other stuff that she is trying to discover and is finding more and more things about. And I'm not gonna lie, the first 300 pages of this book I wasn't invested in the characters enough, but I will say the last like 50, 60, 70 pages have really sold the book to me. I understand why people love it so much. However, I don't think overall this book is my favourite Emily Henry book, but I will say this, Gus, and I think I mentioned it before, Gus is definitely the highlight of this book for me. Everything he does is amazing, and the last scene, if you guys have read this book, the last scene, obsessed. Like, they both have a lot of difficulties, loads of trauma, and yeah, like especially with January, she's always believed in love and that, but something happens that kind of just like tilts her idea of love. Whereas with Gus, he's never, like, he's believed in love, but he doesn't really believe in happy endings, at least for him. And these two coming together, like, they both have different personalities, but they've both been kind of just like trying to find out how they feel. Like, even with January, like her relationships, it's never really like, she's kind of lost faith as she's gone along, and they've met each other and they're just going through a journey together basically. And I was just a bit confused even with the plot. I don't know if you guys can guess, like I'm a bit confused as well. Like, I couldn't really understand certain things, because I think because I wasn't as interested than I would like, I found it hard to pay attention to certain details. I mean, the last 50 pages, as I said, really solidified how I felt about this book and maybe gave it a bit of a higher rating, because I was thinking of giving this book a 3 stars, I wasn't gonna lie. However, through everything that has happened, I think it deserves an extra like 0.5, so I decided to give Beach Read a 3.5. Not to say it's bad, like when I give a book 3 stars and above, it means that I would recommend it depending on what you like. If it's below 3 stars, I wouldn't recommend it. It's basically a DNF, or like I only read it if you're like a specific type of person. But with this, I would recommend it. Just because I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would doesn't mean others didn't. There were parts that I loved. I love Emily Henry's writing in general. Don't think it was anything special to me. The audiobook definitely helped me pull through with this book, because I think at any time it could have been a DNF, but I'm happy that I kept to it because it is a good book. It's just not my favourite. And yeah, gave this book a 3.5. In terms of the books that I bought in a little shopping clip, and then another book from the works where I got a little bit later down, but I just wanted to put it all in a book all together. So first out is Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonham Young. I've never heard anything about this author. Well, I never heard of the author until on TikTok, and a lot of people have been raving about it. All I know is it has like accidental pregnancy, obviously disability, because disability. The cover was so cute when I was looking in the Waterstones. This book just looked so cute, so I decided to get that. And then next up I got Say You Swear by Megan Brandy. This book has been on my TBR for a very long time, but every time I went to a shop I would always like walk past it and never think about getting it until I was in the Waterstones and I saw it again, and I was like, mate, it must be a sign, even though I walk past tons of books and I don't get it. But I've heard a lot about this book, especially on TikTok recently. And then next up I got Sophie Kinsella's book, which is The Burnout. This is my book club pick with my friends, and this one I actually got from Foyles. And yeah, last but not least I got Daydream by Hannah Grace. This book recently came out. By the time this video comes out, it would have came out like maybe 2-3 weeks ago, but it came out about a week ago. Was it about a week ago? No, about a few days ago. And I ran straight to the works where I live because they have these beautiful sprayed edges. At the Waterstones as well, they have like special editions where you can get like clouds and that on it. But I wasn't really bothered because I'm planning to get the Fairy Loot one if it comes out, because I have the Wildfire and the Icebreaker versions. So I just bought the sprayed edges and it matches my Wildfire one as well. I just wish that Icebreaker also had one, but I'm just happy that we got the last book. I think this book might be my favourite, I just don't know. The cover is me, and I know it features Hallie and Henry. Henry is another character from before. Henry's a hockey player, but he's struggling in one of his classes, and Hallie, she's basically an introverted people pleaser, and she decides to help him in exchange for him helping her to like live life a little bit more. And obviously, you know what might happen. Henry was a character that I absolutely adored, and I can't wait for his story, and I just know it's gonna be so good. And also Hallie as well, like I can relate to her on another level because one, I'm quite introverted, and two, I've been a people pleaser, I would say, all my life, and I can relate to her on so many levels. So I'm really excited to see this, and she's also a Swiftie, so that's also a thing that I'm really excited for. But my plan is to do my book cart. At the moment, my TBR cart is kind of in a mess because I bought new books. I did like a massive book haul, which I got all these books from. But since then, I've also bought more books, but I've just been putting them on the top. Whereas when I first organised this, I put like the most recent ones, and then at the bottom is the ones that I don't mind getting to later. But now I need to reorganise them. Now we have these new books. I thought it would be the perfect time to go through all my books and organise them as we're entering a new season as well. So that is my plan. I might even talk about some of the books I want to read by the end of the year. I'm putting them on my TBR cart. I'm going to move down so we can see the TBR cart better, and we're going to organise it together. So let's go do that. So this is what it's looking like at the moment. At the back we have some books down here, and then books down here. So I think first step is to take all the books off my shelf. So I took off the books that I hadn't read that were on my shelf. So I had the Crescent series, so I have the last book and then the first two books, and then we have the Powerless series. I have all three of those books that I haven't read yet, and then we have the 3 other books from the Throne of Glass series. So first step, we're going to take all of this off, and then we're going to organise it and then put them on the shelves. So let's go do that. So guys, we have now organised all the books, so let me show you guys kind of what I've done. So these are all the books. So stack 1 is standalone, stack 2 is standalones, this is a series, and then these are all my other series. I've kind of stuck to fantasy over there, and then we have like my romance series that I've kind of started or want to start, and then obviously, as I said, we have the standalones in terms of thriller, fantasy and romance all in one. And I think what I'm going to do first is maybe do the series. So the series that I want to get to first, I'll put on, then all the standalone books, and then we'll put all the remainder stuff in like the next 2 ones. First up we have Ghosted by J.M. Dahoa. So I think that's going to be something that I want to read in autumn time, because it just kind of gives the vibes. We have Fast by Millie Belizar, I think as well, just the vibes of it. Where's Molly by H.D. Charlton, definitely full-time vibes. Out on a Limb, definitely full-time vibes. The Fake Out, yes. Love Theoretically, I think I'm not in any urgency to read that. Say You Swear, yes. The Housemaids Secret, yes. The Labour Favour, yes. Fake It Till You Bake It, no. Betting on You and The Do-Over, no. I think maybe next year for those. My Dark Romeo, I think so. Just from the aesthetic of it. And The Right Move, yes. You and Me a Vacation, no. What a Match, definitely. That's autumn vibes to a T. A Not So Mute Key, no. 1,000 Boy Kisses, yes, because I'm going to do a video. The Fiancé Diamant, no. The Colour Purple, yes, I think we're going to add that. A Little Life, this book, Absolutely Yes. And then we have If Only I Had Told Her series. So we have these. Would I put this on my full TBR? I'm reading the first book there, but I'm not in any rush, so probably no for that. The Long Shot series by Kennedy Ryan. I think that's what I'm going to want to read in full time. I think that's a lot. Okay, so we have the first series, and then these are all the standalones. And then next up we have the rest of the Addicted series. This series I definitely want to read by the end of the year, because this series is like one of my faves. And then we also have the Boys of Totem series by Chloe Walsh. So these books came out for a while now. Look, I actually have the whole series because I wanted to have all the books in one, but I think I might save that for the new year, just because I don't want to overload myself with the amount of books that I want to read, because I've got a lot of standalones and then we've got a lot of fantasy that I want to get to. So this will be a series that I'm going to be doing in the new year. And then we have the Magnolia Park series. These kind of give the vibe of autumn a little bit. I think we're going to keep them. I think if we keep to 3 romance series and then romance standalone. So the only romance series I'm planning to read in like full time is Magnolia Parks, the Addicted series, and then this one. I'm not going to start any new romance series. No, we're going to put series first. I think in terms of series, the series that I want to put priority on would be this series, the Natural series, the Brutal Birthright series, and then I would probably say the Addicted series, and then Magnolia Parks after that. Let's put the books that I'm not going to read first. I think that's good how that is. And then now we're going to move on to shelf number 2. Then I think I'm going to put the Powerless series, because that's quite high up on my TBR. Addicted series. A quick tour. At the bottom is books that I'm not really rushing to get to, and then we have obviously Magnolia Park, Frozen City, I can't remember what the series is called, the Cruel Prince series, that's what I'm going to call it. And then obviously Throne of Glass, Reckless, Powerless series, Addicted series, and then we have the Brutal Birthright series, and then we have my standalones from the back. This can always change because I'm going to need to reflect it, but I think for now it's in order of like the books I want to read and the ones I don't. And I still have space at the back because I think the new fantasy I'll have will probably go there, or I might move these books up there and then move the new books there. But I'm not doing a massive book haul. It's going to be maybe like 10 to 15 books, but my TBR for fall was going to be very, very, very big. Even though I'm not going to get probably to most of them, I think I'm probably going to have maybe 40 books left. But I don't even know how many books we have on my physical TBR. Let's do a quick count, shall we? So it's not actually as bad as I thought it was. I have 54 on this car of books I haven't read, but obviously that's not including all the Christmas books that are down there, and then obviously my actual TBR. So I would say I probably have about 75 books on my physical TBR, which isn't that bad. I thought it would actually be worse. But this is my TBR cart. I hope you guys enjoyed organising it with me. I'm just happy that's been done now. I think now what's left to do is I want to speak to you guys about the series that I'm purchasing or planning to buy in my little book haul. I'm going to quickly grab my iPad and we're going to go through them all together, and then we're going to do some mood reading to end this video. We're going to do some mood reading of Daydream because I'm really excited to read it. Before we even go ahead and construct my full TBR, guys, we've reached 1,000 subscribers and I'm going to be doing a giveaway which is going to be mentioned in my wrap up, so go watch my wrap up to see the conditions of the giveaway. But we've reached 1k. I have 1k of you guys and I'm so obsessed with you guys. I thank you guys every single day, and yeah, this has been a major milestone for me. I want to do something to show my appreciation, so I'll be doing a giveaway, so go head over to my August wrap up to see the terms and conditions of the giveaway. That is really it. We've organised this baby. Let's go and kind of construct the books that I want to get for my full TBR. I have my iPad and we're going to go over all the books that I'm planning to purchase or want to purchase this year. Not necessarily I'm going to get to them, but these are the series that are like on my list for basically the rest of the year. So first up we have the Blood and Ash series by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This series I've been wanting to read for a while and I've heard so many good things about this, and it has, I think, romance as a subplot, so I'll have a photo somewhere of what the series looks like. And then next up we have The Serpent and the Wings of the Night series by Carissa Broadbent, and basically the first book is called The Serpent and the Wings of the Night, but I don't think that's the name of the series. I think it's like The Crown of Azareth or something like that. I can't remember, but I just named it like that because that's the first name of the book. And again, that one I'm really excited. I know it's a romance fantasy as well, and it's got vampires, so I think that's going to be really fun to read. I've got a lot of fantasy on here that I'm excited to start. And then next up we have One Dot Window by Rachel Gillig. I've heard great things about this as well, and I've walked past it a couple of times when I've been to the bookshop. And the next up we have the Light Arc series by Alex Astor. Again, I don't think that's the name of the series, but that's the name of the first book, and I think there's maybe 2 or 3 books at the moment, and I'm excited to read her books and to get more into fantasy just in general. And then next up we have Bride by Ali Hazelwood. This is a book that came out a while ago, but I haven't purchased it, so I want to hopefully get that. We have Nothing Like the Movies by Lynn Painter, which comes out, which is the sequel to Better Than the Movies, which is one of my anticipated reads for this year, which I'm really excited for. I think that comes out like the 1st of October or something like that. And then next up we have Butcher and Blackbird, and then we also have Leather and Lark, which is part of a series altogether. I didn't even put the author's name, but this is a dark romance. I've heard a lot about this, and this wouldn't be complete without dark romance. I love reading dark romance, especially in fall, winter times. I think it's just perfect to read. And then we have the Legendborn series by Tracy Dean. I think this is a YA fantasy, and again it's got a black female main character. And then next up we have A Worthy Love by A.E. Valdez. This is a romance, a black romance, and again this has been on my anticipated reads. This is on my 24 books I want to read in 2024, so I want to get that and read that. And the cover as well is very much giving cozy season. And then next up we have None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. This is a mystery, I think murder mystery, and again another series I've heard, not series, standalone, that I've heard a lot about. I don't have much mystery or thriller on here because I can't really think of any that I would like. I like really fast paced, like if you guys give me any recommendations, I like fast paced thriller mysteries that are easy to follow and easy to understand. And then next up we have Heartless Hunter by Kristen Cicerelli. This one is part of a series called The Crimson Moth. This is the first book in the series. I think the second book comes out next year, so I'm going to read it this year again, as this is a book that I've come across this year and I've heard people rave about. And then next up we have A Love Song for Ricky Wilde by Tia Williams. Again, that is on my anticipated reads, one of my books from 2024, but I want to read it in 2024, so I'm really excited to read that. Again, this is a black romance, so I'm really excited to read it. And yeah, that is basically everything. I think I have have a few more, but I just can't remember them at the moment. This is just like the list at the moment that I have. And obviously I want to get the Throne of Glass series as well. But those are kind of the books that I'm going to be getting in my book shopping video. But right now, my plan is just to sit and read Daydream. This is going to be the last little proportion of this video to do some more mood reading, because I need a book that I know I'm going to love, and I've been waiting to read this. It's a new release, so we're gonna read it. That will be the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna do the outro now. I hope you guys enjoyed doing some bookish stuff with me. We've done quite a bit. I feel like in this video we did some mood reading, we finished beach read, we did my reading journal, we did my book cart, we did my like full TBR. If you guys enjoy this type of video, let me know, because I find them really fun to film, and I'm actually missing like vlogging in general and just speaking to you guys, not necessarily like a reading vlog, but just doing like fun stuff. And obviously head over to my wrap up to see the details for my giveaway. But again, I just want to say thank you guys so much for 1k and for sticking by me and staying. You don't know how much that means to me. I love you guys all so much. I hope you guys enjoy my little few clips of me mood reading this book. I might be a little bit giddy reading this because I know I'm just gonna love it. My favorite characters are back. I love the characters in all these books, and Henry and Hallie's story, I just feel like I'm gonna be able to connect to it the most. Like, what I love about her stories, yes, they have smart and they're fun and fast paced. They all have meaning to it. It deals with ideas of anxiety, it deals with like loneliness, it deals with everything that comes with life, and this book is just so fun. So that is it for today. I love you guys so much. I'll see you guys in the next video, and enjoy me doing some mood reading. So I'll see you guys soon.
Creo que estoy enamorada porque cuando veo cosas muy bonitas